LFC Elmas could be Klopp's very own Bernardo Silva. Big change will be inevitable at Liverpool this summer. Both the club management and Klopp rolled up their sleeves to establish a squad that will play at the top next season. In line with the needs, many names are written and drawn in the midfield. A new candidate has emerged recently. Napoli's LFC Elmas. Liverpool's new sporting director, Jürgen, may be considering a move for Napoli's headliner LFC Elmas, looking to rebuild the Reds' midfield this summer. So, what are the latest developments about LFC Elmas' departure to Liverpool? After an argument between transfer guru Fabrizio Romano and the player's manager, Jürgen, when asked by the Italian journalist if there was something concrete with Liverpool and Newcastle, he said there was interest in Elmas from Germany and Spain, as well as the Premier League. Turkish journalist Ahmet Erkanlı announced in December that Reds manager Jürgen Klopp had a private meeting while trying to attract LFC Elmas to Anfield. On the other hand, he claimed that the 23-year-old player was valued at £26 million. Napoli signed a contract with the North Macedonian national team player from Fenerbahce for €16 million in 2019. And since then he has been a reliable and dynamic midfielder for Napoli. Elmas starred in Napoli's victorious Serie A campaign this season, scoring 6 goals and providing 3 assists in 35 league games. And he showed this performance by starting only 13 times in the league. Now he looks ready for a different challenge. Despite playing a peripheral role this era, the dynamic midfielder has impressive metrics across multiple areas. According to FBref data, he was among the top 5% of midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues over the past year. The non-penalty goal rate is among the top 21% for shot creation actions, the top 14% for progressive carries, and the top 21% for successful picks per game. The £32,000 a week star has been lauded by Guardi as a gem. While he can play confidently across midfield and wide positions, he stands out as a creative number 10 that puts him in a good place to emulate someone like Manchester City's Bernardo Silva. Silva has been shining under Pep Guardiola since signing with the Citizens for £43 million in 2017. He scored 55 goals and provided 59 assists in 305 matches for Manchester City. He has performed exceptionally in both the Champions League and the league this season, adding to his career with 5 Premier League titles and 2 FA Cup trophies. The 28-year-old Portuguese star is in the top 10% of midfielders for non-penalty goal scoring rate, top 18% for shot creations, top 1% for progressive carries, and top 11% for successful transfers per game. So like Elmas, it can radiate dynamism of the highest caliber throughout the melange of positions. Still only 23 years old, Elmas showcases all the promise of a future jewel on the European stage, which has already achieved glorious success in Naples. Given the opportunity, it can thrive at the heart of Klopp's team at Merseyside for years to come. Thuram's representatives are pushing for a transfer. Kefren Thuram's representatives prefer to transfer to Liverpool over other interested clubs. The nice midfielder has attracted the interest of a number of top clubs, including Newcastle and Paris Saint-Germain. He has had a strong campaign this season, contributing 2 goals and 7 assists in 48 games across all competitions. The central midfielder may have a number of options for himself this summer, and his representatives are now pushing for the 22-year-old to join Jürgen Klopp's side. Talbot explained that despite missing Champions League football, Anfield is the ideal place for the midfielder. I definitely think there are 3 clubs with Thuram: PSG, Newcastle, and Liverpool. We hear that his father and agents are heading towards Liverpool. We hear that Newcastle likes him and is having some conversations. PSG is another club affiliated with Thuram, but they want to buy him in installments. However, Thuram's managers feel that the player should continue his career at Liverpool, he said. Thuram could join the team as a defensive midfielder who has played a significant number of games in both roles this season, or as a box-to-box option. Teammate Aaron Ramsey recently praised the French player, calling him very dangerous and is highly respected in League One. Thuram is highly ranked for progressive carries according to FBref, showing that he could prove beneficial for his strength and skill on the ball as Liverpool aim to add more energy to his side. James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita are leaving the club, and younger alternatives to Jordan Henderson and Fabinho are targeted. Liverpool battled for the quartet last year but suffered a dramatic drop in performances and results after being eliminated early in all cup competitions. A late revival in form wasn't enough to secure the Champions League qualifiers. Klopp hopes to hit his ideal transfer goals this summer and could become a mainstay in the midfield for years to come if they secure the signing of Thuram. Carragher wants the Liverpool star to continue in his different position. Former Liverpool star Jamie Carragher recently sparked a compelling discussion about Trent Alexander-Arnold's role in the Reds' game setup. Carragher made his bold offer to buy a new right-back and move Trent into the heart of the midfield. Trent's body language in midfield is completely different compared to when he plays fullback, Carragher said. The former Liverpool defender noted a noticeable increase in energy and speed, bolstering Trent's already formidable presence on the pitch. Trent is a faster, more energetic midfielder, and some of the passes he plays from there are remarkable, Carragher said. Such accolades underline Trent's ability to step into a position other than right-back and adapt his game seamlessly. Carragher went further, comparing Trent's influence and dedication to that of Liverpool legend Steven Gerrard and British star David Beckham. The comparison comes down to Trent's desire to get on the ball, his excellent passing range and his ability to dominate the field. Former Reds' proposal to move Trent Alexander-Arnold to midfield may sound ambitious, but his argument is based on solid logic. By removing the defensive responsibilities associated with the right-back role, Trent will have more opportunities to use his excellent passing and shooting abilities closer to goal. In fact, if he was permanently in the midfield, we could see him scoring 5 or 6 goals out of the box. There is a belief that he would be even more successful without the pressure of having to come back to the defense, Carragher said. Given the proposed repositioning, the question inevitably arises of who will fill the right-back vacancy. Let's go get a right-back, Carragher suggested, offering a simple solution. While potential right-back candidates are not discussed, it's clear that Carragher saw the value in hiring a dedicated defender for the role, thus freeing Trent to make a bigger impact elsewhere on the pitch. Carragher paints a mature Trent. Arnold potentially captains the sidelines and becomes the engine of the team from midfield. Carragher's comment provides an interesting insight into how the role of Trent Alexander-Arnold could evolve over the next few seasons. The idea of moving Liverpool's star right-back into the midfield may not be a universally agreed upon concept, but it is undoubtedly an idea that sparks the imagination. Only time will tell whether Jürgen Klopp or his successor will take a leaf out of Carragher's playbook. But until then, speculation about Trent's potential to become Liverpool's midfield maestro will undoubtedly continue to fascinate fans and experts alike. Klopp managed to use it really effectively in this new role that he gave him at the end of the season. Considering Liverpool's interest in Bayern's star Benjamin Pavard lately, it can be said that the new thinking of the technical team continues. If the Reds can transfer Pavard, who wants to leave the team, for a reasonable fee, we can see a transfer story that creates a dynamo effect.